Hello everyone, I'm Coretta Wilson and welcome to this Facebook edition of Insight with CMS Superintendent Dr. Heath Morrison. Dr. Morrison, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, we asked you, our Facebook followers, to post a question for the superintendent, and this one was selected from Candace Mitchell. Candace writes, my kid goes to Chantilly Montessori. Is there any chance that you can make that a year-round school? 3 months of summer is too long. By the second month, she was asking when can she go back to school. It was sad because she missed it so much.
That's a great problem to have, students missing their schools, and we would love to have the flexibility to be able to have more year-round schools. We initiated 4 continuous learning schools this year in our Project Lift schools. Was visiting some of them today and very excited about what we're seeing. The challenge is that in North Carolina, the state legislature sets our beginning and ending dates for schools, and so right now the only schools that we have legislative authority to have a shortened summer session is those 9 Project Lift schools. We have asked for increased calendar flexibility. Would love to have our viewers lift that up as a topic for our legislature to consider. Again, if we're told to run our school district like a business, I don't see why we would not be allowed to set our own hours of operation. And again, not that we would reduce the summertime for all schools, but where we think that there's community support for that, we would certainly look at that.
Okay, so we'll table it and we'll keep talking about it, and maybe one day her daughter will have what she desires. Here's another question from Amy Rosenhauer, who wants to know, why does CMS continue to disregard the numerous studies that have been done regarding the difference in sleep cycles for teens and younger children? These studies have proven that later starting times for high school students not only increases attendance rates and test scores, but reduces school violence as well as accidents and injuries. My children are both in high school and the tardy bell rings 7:15.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say that the school district is ignoring it. I think getting back to setting your hours of operation, there is certainly mixed opinion about starting schools earlier, ending schools later. So if you push the starting times back as this parent wants, then that means your time of exit would be later in the day. Right. There are a number of parents who have expressed and employees who have expressed concern about the lateness of some of our schools already. So it's one of those issues where we will continue to look at it. There is a lot of research that shows that, especially with adolescents and teenagers, starting school too early in the morning is not productive for them. So we will continue to look at it, but getting that balance of our stakeholders and parents who want to start schools later, our parents and stakeholders who want to get out of school sooner. It's a delicate balance, but we'll continue to look at it.
Yeah, when do you start? 7:15? Do you start at 8? Do you start at 9? If you're there at 9, you're not out until 5. If you're in at 7.
And for every parent who will say, oh, I would love to get my child out earlier, there's another parent who's going to say, no. And so and I appreciate that. And so you have to look at it and continue to look at it. But we are encouraged about the research that does show that a later start time would benefit many of our students. But again, it is a balance, and you have to look at the needs of our entire community.
What's your start time?
About 4:30 in the morning, hit the gym, and ready to go. So.
And your end time?
I don't want to talk about that. I'll get in trouble with my wife.
There is no end time.
Yeah, no, it's 24/7, right?
All right, thanks so much to our Facebook followers for these questions, and thank you, Dr. Morrison, for providing some insight to those topics. Be sure to watch an all-new episode of Insight with Superintendent Heath Morrison this weekend on CMS TV, Time Warner Cable, Channel 3 at 7 p.m. We'll discuss the graduation rates, school bonds, and a lot more. And that same episode will be posted right here on this Facebook page, so take care.